El canal de YouTube de Carlos Alfaro León es presentado por
Safety Company Saconixa, empresa líder en la comercialización de equipos de seguridad industrial, atendiendo a la industria textil, alimenticia y uso doméstico. Somos una empresa comprometida con la seguridad de los nicaragüenses. Visítanos, Centro Deportivo Conchita Palacio, 50 metros al oeste. Llámanos al 2232-4620 y al WhatsApp 5751-8406. Búscanos en Facebook como Saconixa, Safety Company Saconixa. Tu seguridad es nuestro compromiso.
Amigos, ¿qué tal? Les saluda Carlos Alfaro León. Bienvenidos a otra entrega que hacemos en su canal de YouTube. Hoy les voy a presentar una entrevista con Jesse Rodríguez, campeón del mundo de las 115 libras, el que venció a Carlos Cuadras, el que se alista para el próximo 25 de junio medirse a Sri Saket Sorrum Bisay, el que desea en un futuro enfrentar a Román Chocolatito González y también desea una pelea contra el boxeador Julio César Ray Martínez. Aquí les presentamos a Jesse Rodríguez hablando en el canal de YouTube de Carlos Alfaro León en una entrevista que llega a ustedes por cortesía de la empresa nicaragüense de electricidad Enel, generando energía limpia a través de sus plantas hidroeléctricas La Reinaga, Carlos Fonseca y Centroamérica. Enel es la empresa líder en la generación hidroeléctrica del país. Recuerden todos, hay que soldar con Lincoln Electric, la soldadura de todos los nicaragüenses, y es distribuida para todo el país a través de Casa McGregor. Y aplíquele los mejores lubricantes al motor de su vehículo. Lubricantes Delo, Ursa, Javelin y Supreme, que son distribuidos por Lucal. Veamos a Jesse Rodríguez hablando en el canal de YouTube de Carlos Alfaro León. Jesse, first of all, I want to say thanks for this conversation. Talk to me about how your life has changed after you become a world champion.
Life has for sure, it's been different. You know, a lot of people have reached out to me, a lot of opportunities have presented themselves, and you know, the fight itself, my next fight is just, it's a next step to superstardom.
Everybody was stunned the way you defeat Carlos Cuadra. Talk to me about that presentation, that performance that you made in the ring.
That was my best performance my whole career. It was also my fight. So to perform like that against my toughest fight is just, of course, it's going to catch a lot of attention. And you know, I'm really happy with the way I performed that fight.
After that fight, I remember that I made an interview to Robert Garcia, and I asked Robert, do you feel, Robert, that Jesse could have a fight against Chocolatitos Gonzalez? And he said, I believe Jesse has the talent, but he's too new, too young for those type of fighters.
Uh-huh.
But everybody was surprised when they say Jesse Garcia is going to fight Ron Bisay. Talk to us about your next fight.
My next fight's June 25th in my hometown, San Antonio, against the tough Rung Visai. You know, he's really experienced. He's been in there with the best at 115, and you know, I'm expecting a really tough fight. But you know, that's why I'm out here in California with Robert Garcia, and we're working hard every day. It's gonna be a really tough fight, but I have what it takes. I train hard every day, and you know that right there. I have a lot of heart and a lot of hard work in the gym, and I believe that will pay off. And I believe I have better skills than Rung Visai. He might be a little stronger, but power doesn't win fights, skill does.
Okay, I believe that you have already seen Ron Bisay fight against Chocolatitos and Gallo Estrada fight. What did you learn from those fights that you're going to use in your fight?
I see that he's a little flat-footed, and you know, I'm the complete opposite. I have probably I'm one of the fighters in boxing right now with the best footwork, you know, and you know, that's really gonna help me out in the fight.
Do you expect that your fight against Ron Desai is gonna be ended by knockout?
Um, I'm not looking for it, but if it comes, it comes. I'm gonna go in there and just stick to the game plan that me and Robert have been working on, and we're the go 12 rounds. I'll be more than ready for that.
Why did you fall in love with boxing?
I fell in love with boxing after my first amateur win. When I started boxing, I lost my first 3 fights, and I never lost confidence or I never got discouraged. So when I got that first win, it was just it hit different. It it was really an amazing feeling, and that's why I fell in love with it.
What is the feeling that you are a world champion and your brother Joshua is a world champion too? I mean, you guys talk a lot about boxing.
Um, to be a world champion at the same time as my brother, it's a dream come true. When we started boxing, it was a dream of ours to be world champions, and for it to be at the same time is just even better.
There's any fighter, any special fighter that Jesse Rodriguez would like to fight in his career?
Either Guy Estrada or Chocolatito, those two they're legends in the smaller weight classes too. So to step in the ring with them, it would be a dream fight.
Talk to us about who's your biggest idol in boxing, the one that you say this is the fighter that I admire the most.
It's got to be Nonito Donaire. When I first saw him fight, I was just I was automatically a fan.
Why do you like Nonito Donaire?
His footwork is real flashy. He has hand speed and power. So all those three things mixed up, it's something that you don't want to miss when he fights.
You are the youngest champion in the world right now. How do you feel that people say this is the younger champion in the world?
It's an amazing um, to be the first world champion born in 2000s. That's going down in the history books, and when people look back at this, they're gonna see my name as the first world champion born in the 2000s. So that's just more motivation, and I'm really happy that I'm the youngest world champion in boxing right now.
When you became a world champion, what was the communication, the conversation that you have with your brother Joshua?
Um, my brother, right after the fight, me and him, we were hugging. We were like, we did it. Like it's finally reality. Because like I said earlier, it was a dream of ours to be world champions at the same time. So when they raised my hand, it was just like I said, it was a dream come true, and we're happy that we're both world champions at the same time.
Your brother Joshua is gonna fight Guy Estrada in his next fight. There are some conversation between you and him about not only your fight against Ron Bisay, about his fight against Guy Estrada.
Yeah, we know we both have tough fights, but um, since the beginning of our careers, we've dreamed big fights like this. I'm headlining in San Antonio, my hometown, and I'm sure my brother's gonna headline his card against Gallo, hopefully in San Antonio. So it's a dream come true. We've always dreamed of big fights, and they're finally here. So we got to embrace the moment and get these wins.
If you had the chance to become another thing than boxer, what would you like to be?
Probably a skateboarder. When I was a kid, I was really into skating, but when I started boxing, I couldn't because skateboarding it's really dangerous, and I could have hurt myself, so I didn't want to risk that.
But boxing is very dangerous too.
Yeah, I know. Boxing's probably more dangerous, but you get paid more in boxing.
Of course, that's nice. How do you feel becoming a world champion? How do you feel receiving a good payment? What is the feeling of it?
It feels amazing because all the hard work that you put in the gym, all the sacrifices you made your whole life, when you finally get that check, it just you regret nothing that you've done. All the sacrifices, they finally paid off.
Okay, I will finish this conversation asking you about your goals in the sport of boxing. What are they?
Um, I want to win more world titles in different weight classes after this fight. We'll see what happens. And, maybe go back down to 112, get a title there, and then maybe back up to 115, get another title, and then so on.
When you said that you are planning to go to 112 pounds to get the title, which fighter in that way would you like to fight?
I believe a fight with me and Ray Martinez, that's a fight that a lot of people would want to see. So that's a fight that I would be willing to take.
Bien amigos, ahí teníamos a Jesse Rodríguez, campeón del mundo, jovencito con un talento brillante. Recuerden estudiar en la mejor universidad de Nicaragua, Universidad Americana UAM, los mejores posgrados, maestrías empresariales y doctorados. Estúdialos en la UAM. Y a todos los amigos hay que darle clic a suscribirse, clic a la campanita para que cuando subamos un nuevo video usted sea el primer conocedor de la mejor información deportiva nacional e internacional aquí en el canal de YouTube de Carlos Alfaro León. Pásenla bien, hasta nuestra próxima entrega. El canal de YouTube de Carlos Alfaro León fue presentado por
Safety Company Saconixa, empresa líder en la comercialización de equipos de seguridad industrial, atendiendo a la industria textil, alimenticia y uso doméstico. Somos una empresa comprometida con la seguridad de los nicaragüenses. Visítanos, Centro Deportivo Conchita Palacio, 50 metros al oeste. Llámanos al 2232-4620 y al WhatsApp 5751-8406. Búscanos en Facebook como Saconixa, Safety Company Saconixa. Tu seguridad es nuestro compromiso.